here in Steubenville, Ohio. Where are we?
We are at Bookmarx. We're excited.
Ready to do another book adventure?
Yes.
It's kind of cool though, because right now there's a Christmas market going on.
Yes, there's a Christmas market going on.
Can't beat it.
Uh-huh.
So what are you looking for today?
A book.
Another
Yes.
one?
Yes, of course I'm looking for another book.
Nice.
I don't know what else I'm looking for, honestly.
I think I'm going to go rogue and say I'm going to look for whatever the bookstore has. Let the bookstore tell me. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do today. So, all right, join us on our adventure.
Bye.
Bye.
Like, if you're gonna own Dickens, this is what it should look like. This is the only way to own Dickens, in my opinion.
Definitely. Anything you're required to read in school should look like that. So, we're definitely in the classic section. So I was going to ask you, what authors do you think, like 50 years from now, are going to be seen as like classic authors, or 100 years from now?
I think Kristen Hanna.
Okay.
I think Matt Hayek, Midnight Library. There are probably some others. Probably James Patterson. You know. Yeah.
When you think of the authors who are like on the bestsellers list,
Yeah.
let's say Stephen King, because we were talking about him at our last bookstore adventure.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking of Stephen King, how do you think he will be thought of in future generations?
Oh, he'll be like Dickens. Like,
I would compare it maybe to like Hitchcock. The way that people view Hitchcock, I think he's going to be seen as like a legend, kind of like that.
Yep.
That's my thought anyway.
Yeah. So who do you think is a classic? Who's going to become a classic?
Oh, man. I think I would pick offshoot authors that maybe aren't as known. I don't think I would go to the bestsellers list. I think I would go to like the hidden gem of a novel. Like the one that came to mind first was The Girl with Green Eyes.
Okay.
Forgive me, I can't remember the author's name. I'll have to look it up.
Silver Eyes.
Yeah,
Green.
that's it. Sorry. Yeah.
The girl with silver eyes.
Yes, The Girl with Silver Eyes, yes. So I think that book was excellent, but I don't know that the author, like I don't recall seeing the author's name on other things when we've been out and about. And I feel like those kind of books that are just hidden gems, I think that's where you would see the authors who are going to be seen as like classic and masterful. So that's my thought. Yeah. Book talk right here. Book nerds. Hashtag book nerds. We do book talk. How about you? So we keep finding ourselves in the horror section, and we keep running into Stephen King. And we both feel the same thing, which is they're very thick. They're very thick. And like life is very busy. So
Right.
what do you think?
I want to, but also, like,
If we don't like it, that's a really long time commitment.
this is just a lot. And
Yeah. I think I'm probably not even going to pick one up off the shelf if it's super duper thick because of school. And reading textbooks just takes up too much time.
yeah, I mean,
So I'm going to limit, if I'm going to pick a Stephen King at some point, it's going to be a thin one, or as thin as I can find. But it doesn't look like, from what we're seeing, I don't see very many
yeah,
that are thin. So
right,
if you have any suggestions for us, let us know.
yeah. I just,
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I'm sure they're entertaining. He's popular for a reason.
that's it.
Am I going to have nightmares, though?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? That's
Yeah,
the wrong
yeah,
answer.
we're gonna have-
Your answer's supposed to be, no, of course not. We know it's fake. We're grown-ups.
And we could read his book on writing. He did.
I'm pretty sure that goes outside the purpose of what we're talking about
But I
here.
mean, if you're like want
you
advice
really
from
want-
somebody on how to write, like he would be the person to get the advice from.
No doubt.
Like,
Fair
this
enough.
this is worth more than $17 worth of knowledge right in this book. Like, I'm sure of it.
I feel confident as well.
But it doesn't look like a Stephen King is in
Not right
the
now.
cards right now, especially
I
with
mean,
like
even the little book is thick.
right.
Even the little one is super thick.
And I also think like
It's 700 pages. A book this small shouldn't be 700 pages.
with starting my accounting degree anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're both
I'm
going to
gonna
be hitting the books, but
I'm
not
only
these
gonna
kind.
want to read the things I want to read.
Yeah, agreed. Maybe we'll put Stephen King on the back burner for like next year. What do you think?
Yeah,
Like the Stephen King challenge. We'll have to come up with a different challenge then.
yes,
We'll figure it out.
yes. But we should look for something outside of what we normally read because the prices here are good.
For me, like the number one that comes to mind is history because I do not enjoy history.
Okay, we'll find you a history book.
Maybe.
We will.
Maybe. Maybe. If it's really, really good, then sure. But it's going to be like, okay, sure. You know, not like, sure. Completely different kind of sure.
I found your history book. It's the Constitution of America and other documents. It's small.
It's pretty and it's
thin
little.
and pretty. It's
Okay, I think I need to footnote this that, or like add some fine print. It should be interesting. Find me one that I won't want to
the
put down.
documents that America was founded on are not interesting.
That's not one that's going to make me want to pick it up. No, I'm sorry. Nice try, though. You really sold it with your attitude, though. Like, I mean, if that alone would have done it.
It was small. It was pretty. It was short.
You're not wrong. You do. You're right. You found my kryptonite. Now just add interesting, and then we're good to go.
So picky. So picky.
You know it. I will say, if you have not read this, you need to. The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks
Yeah.
by Rebecca Skloot. You have to read this book. It is unreal. This is part of history that everyone should know.
Yeah.
They used her cells. She had a very rare cancer that caused her cells to mutate or multiply over and over and over. Her cells are still around today.
Oh my goodness.
And she's, well, I won't spoiler alert, but definitely, if you have not read this book, read it. Run, don't walk. It's eye-opening. Crazy, crazy. Thank you. Have you read it before?
I have not read it. I didn't.
Put it on your list. Put it at the top of the pile. It's crazy good.
Maybe.
You proud of me? I read a biography.
Wow.
I'm not going to say it was because I picked it. It may have been for a class,
Oh.
and I had to write a paper on it, but it was excellent. It's very worth reading. Very much worth reading.
See, not all forced reading is evil.
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
But don't use
Just
that
most
line
of it. No.
Don't use
Just
that
kidding.
line on me when I started my accounting degree.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Fair
Don't
enough.
use that line on me.
Yeah. Well, does that line apply to nonfiction? I don't know.
I
Maybe. No, I don't know.
don't know.
Okay. All right. What'd you think?
It is a cute little store. There is a lot to choose from. You gotta go searching though, but there are definitely treasures here.
I agree. I think one of the best things about a used bookstore is you never know what you're going to see. You have no idea what they're going to have. So this one, I would say they have a lot of fiction. They have a lot of classics, which was a nice surprise. They have business books, architecture, religion. Did I miss any children's? They have a children's section. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they have a lot of like the old collector type things too. They have plenty of those to choose from too if you're looking for those.
And pretty books. You know I love pretty books.
Yep.
Yeah. So what'd you end up with?
I got a sandwich. No book this time.
That was a surprise.
That but there just wasn't. I think I only saw one book with book in the title, and I had already purchased it. So, I found The Woman of God by James Patterson. It's about a woman who's struggling with things in life, and so it sounded interesting. And then I found The Fly Girls, and it's about women who revolutionized fly racing. So
That's cool.
And then I also found The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry.
I've heard of that one.
Right. I debated it at the other store, and when it was here, I'm like, I'm supposed to get it.
Yeah, it's interesting. The James Patterson one, that's a very unique topic. That's not what I typically would associate with James Patterson. So I'm kind of curious about that one. I might want to borrow that.
Okay.
And Little Kitty made an appearance. Can you hear the jingle bell?
Maybe.
Cat's in the window now, so if you want to come visit the cat, come see the story. So what did I get? I found Trick of the Eye by Jane Stanton Hitchcock. Looks interesting. It's a woman. Sorry, people outside are enjoying the little cat in the window. You know. So The Trick of the Eye, Jane Stanton Hitchcock, looks interesting. She's a painter, and she does trompe-l'oeil paintings. And so she's commissioned to do an artwork for someone, and it turns sinister. So it sounds like a good mystery, a little thriller there. And then this one, 7 Stories of Christmas Love. So this sounded really good. It's by Leo Buscaglia. Sorry, probably butchered it again. Not good at that sometimes. But it's really cute, sweet Christmas stories. And there's beautiful little paintings, drawings, or art on the pages. And it's cute. It's just cute. It looked interesting. I don't do a lot of short stories, so that's one of the reasons this one appeals to me. Was that a trolley? I think the trolley just went by out the window.
A trolley going around.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to come to Steubenville, Ohio, I'm just saying.
Well, from what I
During
understand, if you come during Christmas, the street out in front of the shop is going to be closed because they're going to be having fun out there.
Yeah, you're missing it. No. And then the last one, this one looks good. It's called Blue Ticket. It is by Sophie McIntosh. It's a woman that when women come of age, they are given either a blue ticket or a white ticket, one of which is a straight shot towards marriage and family, and the other one towards a career. And the woman in the story isn't sure. She got a blue ticket, which means she's going towards a career, but she's pregnant. So dun dun dun, what's going to happen? I don't know. But it sounded interesting, and I went back and forth, but I kept going back to it. So I think I have to come up with it, one of those kind of deals.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Can't wait to read these ones. They're going in the TBR pile, which is growing and growing and growing.
Collecting books and reading books are 2 different hobbies.
Indeed. We're good at both.
It's not my fault that I can buy books faster than I can read them.
It's true. It's true. If we didn't have to eat and have a roof over our head, we could read all we wanted to.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you for joining us on our book adventure.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Michelle's in the restroom, and I'm going to tell you, she's not the only one that reads when people leave her by herself. I'm going to get started on my book now.